Aliens? Oh, we gotta deal with aliens too?
Luigi, we're the aliens!
On all of our souls, the original 93 Mario movie is a cinematic classic. And we, yes, we are reevaluating it as such. The Super Mario Bros. Movie has been reviled for many, many years. Many people consider it one of the worst movies ever, let alone one of the worst adaptations ever, and scared Nintendo from Hollywood for 3 whole decades. So why is it that this movie, the Mario movie from 1993, is a movie that I almost unironically kind of enjoy a lot? Look, everyone has their guilty pleasure, right? Well, for me, that's this stupid-ass movie. The 1993 Super Mario Bros. Movie is not a masterpiece by any fucking means. And as a Super Mario Bros. Movie, it's like, what the fuck is this? But like an autistic white girl to archive of our own, there's something alluring about this movie. And I can't help but have a total blast watching it, even if it's not exactly good. And today, I want to talk about it because we're the aliens, Luigi.
Luigi, we're the aliens!
Before we keep moving though, I want to talk a factor to you guys, who are the delicious and tasty sponsor of today's video. Listen here, man, I am a totally busy person. Every day I am working on videos, every day I'm always doing something related to work, so being able to eat healthy and conveniently is like, it's super impossible. Except, it isn't impossible, because of my sponsor here, Factor. These guys bridge the gap between convenient and healthy, and they are amazing. These guys give you fresh, never frozen, chef-crafted, dietitian-approved meals, made with real ingredients, no refined sugars or artificial colors or anything like that here. What Factor is full of, though, is real ingredients and protein. All the real healthy stuff. And the best part, they take 2 minutes to make, which is heaven on earth for my kind of schedule. And for new-time customers, I'll give you a first-time deal. Head to Factor75.com or click the link below and use Dumbsville FB50 to get 50% off your first Factor box, plus free breakfast for 1 year. That's code DUMSVILLEFB50 at Factor75.com to get 50% off plus free breakfast for 1 year. Of course, I can't eat this because I'm wearing a ski mask, but trust me, this is actually pretty gas. Even my mom tried one of these and she likes it. Like, it's kind of crazy, actually. So waste no time and enjoy Factor today. Thanks to Factor for sponsoring this video. Okay, so first of all, this movie admittedly makes a terrible first impression, because the film just blasts you with the most absurd exposition ever.
Goodbye, dinosaurs!
Oh, I saw a flash of white light.
You get this stupid-ass 8-bit dinosaur sequence, to which then Bob Hoskins' Mario tells you about interdimensional dinosaurs.
What if the dinosaurs weren't all destroyed? What if the impact of that meteorite created a parallel dimension?
What the fuck does that mean? What the hell's going on here right now?
This intro does 2 things wrong. Firstly, it's way too much information way too fast, and secondly, what the fuck does this have to do with Super Mario Brothers? We then cut to a woman putting an egg at a nun's doorstep, and that egg hatches a child who grows up to be Princess Daisy. But again, right now, it's just really weird and confusing. It's just throwing stuff at the viewer without any kind of break or anything.
Oh, I need a break!
Shortly after this, though, we get Mario and Luigi finally, played by, respectively, Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo for some reason. Yeah, this film's cast is kind of unorthodox, but unlike other really bad video game castings, the performances here are actually pretty good. Bob Hoskins, for example, who is the only guy that might be accurately casted in this movie, gives a genuinely really great performance in this.
Hey, come on, pick a direction. Any direction you like.
Like, even when he's not speaking, he just has this way of contorting his face so believably. But it's also an incredibly ranged performance, going from a tough and a badass,
Strap your belt on, kid. We're going in.
to a genuinely really goofy and funny.
Everybody's got tap water.
Now, of course, this is expected from the late Bob Hoskins, who might have been, kind of overqualified for this movie.
I hate them all. And it is thought abroad that twixt my sheets he's done my office. I know not if it be true. Yet I, for mere suspicion of that kind, will do as if for surety.
But then meanwhile, there's Luigi, played by John Leguizamo. He does give a weaker performance, but somehow it bounces off of Bob's jadedness really well. He plays Luigi with a much more young, slacker energy, almost to a point where it feels a little wooden at times, and yet for some reason, it kind of works against Bob Hoskins' Mario. It really is the chemistry that makes his performance really work.
Can you just take an elevator?
We gotta do something. We tripped the alarm. What do you think I am, stupid?
Yes, but how are we gonna get up, huh?
Of course, since this film, John Leguizamo has went on to really evolve as an actor, as he is really shockingly versatile. So I'm wondering if there was some kind of intentionality here. But either way, when these two are together, it's a load of fun. These are two very talented actors who know what they're doing and have some really fun banter with each other.
I'm not riding with you anymore. Okay, you try. No, what are you doing?
The one problem with these two, though, is that in spite of how good their chemistry is, there is surprisingly not really a whole lot of it. In a movie that's called Super Mario Brothers, by the way. As a result of this, the film is wildly unfocused, but it doesn't actually put the focus in anywhere that really counts at all, which makes the film even more frustrating when you do see those glimmers of a good film in here.
Mario here brought me up. He's been my mother my whole life.
Oh, and speaking of performances, I gotta talk about Dennis Hopper Bowser, who apparently is showing up on this channel a second time. What the fuck? What was the other movie he was in that I reviewed? Anyways, Dennis Hopper Bowser, this is peak. He is absolutely incredible. He is just embracing how stupid this movie is. And the way he just says things is like, how do I describe this?
You can't get rid of him.
See you later, alligator.
I think my favorite example might be how he says Goomba, where he just starts saying Goomba over and over again in this really weird way.
Goomba.
Goomba! Go Goomba!
It's like he's a 7-year-old child. Yeah, the acting in this movie is surprisingly not terrible. Even when it's really stupid, it's in a way that kind of makes sense for the plot. Because make no mistake, this is not a good plot. Case in point,
Keep everyone digging till I get back.
this is Princess Daisy. Yeah, I know, coulda fooled me. On that note, this is Waluigi. Yeah, Princess Peach is not in this movie at all. Instead, though, the romance is on Luigi and Daisy for some reason. Now this here, believe it or not, is a bad creative choice because the romance kind of fucking sucks. And it makes Mario the side character in a movie called Super Mario Brothers. It also does not help at all that most of it is just exposition dumps anyways. Which on that note, the film has a really bad exposition problem. It really wants to convince you that this movie is not stupid actually. So you'll have this double date scene that isn't actually a double date, but rather just characters explaining the backstory to you.
Well, it means that a meteorite hit here a long time ago.
Here's the issue with that.
Wow, there were dinosaurs in Brooklyn?
The movie is really fucking stupid. Anyways, here's the rundown. The Marios are down their luck plumbers, and Daisy is a down in her luck archaeologist.
But we'd be done here a lot sooner if your goons would stop harassing us.
Yeah, stop looking up Daisy Rule 34, you gooners. But then, by pure chance, Luigi and Daisy meet and have a chemistry. If, you know, you want to call this chemistry.
Wow, there were dinosaurs in Brooklyn?
Daisy also has this rock thing around her neck, which is part of the meteorite that killed the dinosaurs. Wow, there were dinosaurs in Brooklyn? Of course, the film wants to get this all out of the way, apparently. Because within the first 17 minutes, Mario's girlfriend, who the fuck is this, suddenly gets kidnapped out of nowhere. Meanwhile, Luigi and Daisy go through pipes for some plot-convenient reason. But then the pipes burst for some plot-convenient reason. So Mario joins to fix it for some plot-convenient reason. Man, you gotta love that late 80s, early 90s, and then storytelling. But then these two guys kidnap Daisy. These two are meant to be Iggy and Spike. Apparently, who have just been kidnapping random women because they're bad at their job, and throughout the movie are just kind of poorly done slapstick, so it's not really worth talking about them that much, to be honest. What is worth talking about, though, is this amazing 90s CGI, which as the Marios jump into this portal to save Daisy, only gets... Yeah, look, I know I'm joking here, but this looks way better than any fucking new Marvel movie that comes out. They then emerge in Dino Haddon, the alternate dinosaur dimension that the beginning of the movie was referring to. And it's a huge, chaotic fucking city, filled with grime and vote for Koopa signs, just like America. And look, elephant in the room, what the fuck does this have to do with Mario? How would you get this from adapting a Super Mario Brothers? But I gotta be honest here, I actually really fuck with the setting. The thing is, right, the production designer David L. Snyder was also one of the art directors of all things, Blake.
history books, he's the kind of cop used to call black men.
Okay, moving on. Because of this, the production and set design are stupidly really good. They're of course not Blade Runner good, not a lot of things are, but the film's oppressive urban atmosphere is not just effective, but it's also really unique. Like, it's a really weird dino fungus punk thing, where clearly a lot of great art direction went into it. I mean, look at these sets and the usage of extras here. It's total fucking chaos. I really love how the fungus is part of the industrial grime of this whole thing. There's tons of great lighting and amazing practical effects, and weirdly good cinematography. This is a weirdly cool sci-fi world. If anything, the whole Super Mario thing might be what's holding this thing back. Although I will say the I Was a Teenage Werewolf parody above XXX on the movie theater, yeah, that's incredibly fucking weird. I guess age of consent laws don't exist in Dino-a-Hatton, which, holy shit, wait a minute. Judging that Bowser in this movie is a fucking 80s era Trump parody. Oh my god, what did they see? Speaking of which, we meet Dennis Hopper Bowser, the king of the dinosaur evolved the people of this place. Now, I have no idea why the dinosaurs evolve into humans and not human-like dinosaur creatures, but I also don't think the movie thought that far ahead. Also, Bowser has a redhead bitch, and she does this. I'm not focused on that though, because Bowser explains the fucking exposition of this movie.
Without that piece, the meteorite lays dormant.
That's great.
So TLDR, the meteor Daisy has, Luigi grabbed real quick, but to be honest, that MacGuffin there isn't really important. What's more important is that an old woman pulls out a gun on Mario and Luigi and tries to kill them. But then a BBW comes out and throws the old woman off a bridge, and then she starts like killing people and shit.
Rest in peace, my granny, she got hit by a bazooka.
Bro, if my game got turned into a movie where a BBW throws a granny off a balcony, I would literally be like a Shakespeare's wife at the end of Hamnet, bro, like for real. Anyways, we eventually meet Toad. Yes, this is Toad.
Had no resources. Got a great big stupor.
But then ICE agents come out and arrest everyone.
You know the law, Toad.
Hey, wait a minute. You can't arrest a guy that's just singing a song.
Again, what kind of foresight is this? Mario and Luigi are then taken to prison, where it's revealed their last names are Mario,
Mario, and Luigi Mario.
Hideo Kojima, eat your heart out. The two then meet the bad guy, President Koopa, who takes them to what he calls the Devo Chamber.
Koopa, you're a lousy leader.
Incredible line delivery, amazing. And using the power of 90s CGI, de-evolves Toad into what he calls a Goomba.
Goomba.
Yes, that's a Goomba. This movie was not made by normal people. But then, long story short, the Marios then escape in a shockingly really fun action scene. Like, look, again, this isn't a good movie, but like, it's kind of fun. And more importantly, Mario gives one of the best lines I've ever heard in a work of fiction.
Oh, we gotta deal with aliens too?
Luigi, we're the aliens.
Luigi, we're the aliens.
We then, right after this, get a scene of King Koopa bathing in mud.
You know what I love about mud? It's clean and it's dirty at the same time.
What the fuck does this have to do with Mario? Bowser then uses the de-evolving thingy to make his goons smarter, which means Iggy and Spike just kind of use big words all the time.
Transfiguration.
A simple metamorphosis.
Meanwhile, Bowser's read a headshot. He explains the plot to Daisy in captivity. Why does she do this? I don't know. But the bad guys need that MacGuffin that's in the movie that I mentioned earlier. And now the BBW has it after she threw Granny off a balcony. Again, it's the MacGuffin of the movie. It's not that important. Who the fuck cares? What's more important is that this is Yoshi.
Yoshi is a pet of the royal family.
You know, he looks just a little off. I can't tell you why, though. Whoa, they had Unreal Engine 5 all the way back in 1993? That's crazy. This is the power of our brand new DLSS 5 technology. You know, I joke, but I think the movie might be more creative. Scratch that, I know it's more creative. Meanwhile, the Marios have escaped to the desert, but Iggy and Spike are still chasing them in their Mad Max vehicle here, only for them to crash the whip into the ground, which allows Mario and Luigi to brutally interrogate them, allowing for even more expository dialogue to come out. But turns out they need the MacGuffin rock, so they gotta read the enclosed instruction book to get it back. And you gotta help us! Also, Daisy is trapped in the dinosaur twin towers.
What a terrible name for an airline. It reminds me of that tragedy.
Cut back to the Marios, who are now in Dino-a-Hatton at a club, where they, I'm not kidding you, hired real strippers for this scene. Kinda like how Christoph Gans hired professional dancers for the nurses in the Silent Hill movies. Except in this case, when the fuck would you need strippers in a Mario movie? Anyways, the BBW woman... Wait, a BBW woman, big beautiful woman. She's back wearing the MacGuffin around her neck. And you know, I've been saving this till now. This woman is indeed meant to be a Mario character. That character being a Big Bertha. This is Big Bertha in the games. How do you go from a fish to a fucking BBW? What's even more absurd is that Mario is trying to rizz her up.
The name's Mario. I'm your main man.
I mean, I didn't know Mario was into that.
I need her to eat all the 7-Eleven big bite. I will buy her food just so I can get a snack flat.
And despite some initial pains, it eventually works. Because while he does steal the MacGuffin from her neck and all, after a bunch of Goombas suddenly storm in, Big Bertha helps the Mario brothers for no reason, then kisses Mario. She even gives them rocket boots to jump high with. And you know what they say, bigger women, bigger perks. And by they, I mean we! Yes, we!
We don't care if you have AIDS. Put that pussy on.
Also during this scene, the song Walk the Dinosaur plays by Was Not Was. Don't ask me why, the movie is unhinged as is. So after a bunch of other shit happens, Mario and Luigi are finally in. Okay, it's not their iconic outfits, but it has the colors, kinda. But then some Goombas come in, so Mario and Luigi have them do a waltz. Gotta love that roll the dice and pull shit from a hat-styled storytelling. Meanwhile, Daisy meets Goombafied Toad, who, by the way, is kinda still sentient. This and the elevator scene, for some reason, are important to note for later. Bowser's wife then comes in and tries to kill Daisy, but Yoshi then tries to eat Bowser's wife, allowing Daisy to escape. And TLDR, after a bunch of shit happens, the Marios and Daisy all reunite. And through all this, we find out that Daisy's dad is, this fungus creature.
I want you to meet my father.
I see Luigi and I have the same taste in women. Mario then splits up to find his girlfriend, who he finds alongside a bunch of other captured women. To which, I love how the explanation is that Iggy and Spike are so stupid that they've just been going around and capturing women thinking they're Daisy.
You must be the girls, the missing girls from Brooklyn.
Yes.
But they are, in fact, still allowed to smoke for some reason. There's then a mattress pipe vent chase scene set to the song Where Are You Going by Extreme. This is unironically a better scene than the Take On Me one in the Illumination Mario movie. At least it fits the fucking atmosphere, Jesus goddamn Christ. Meanwhile, Luigi and Daisy get captured again, but thankfully Mario busts out of the pipe and saves them. So everyone's back together, hooray! But uh-oh, Dennis Hopper Bowser is here and he's fucking strapped. But then a bullet bill gets Deus Ex Machina out of nowhere. And it's a lot smaller than the games, that's for sure. So Mario then kills Bowser, except he doesn't because Bowser's alive. So Mario and Bowser have a showdown, and Mario has a baba, and he makes it walk really slowly towards Bowser, resulting in iconic line delivery. You see, this is real cultural relevancy right here. Meanwhile, Bowser's wife does the thing with a MacGuffin and dies.
It would be like one of the, in a movie, like where the electricity goes right through my body. Yeah. And I turn into a skeleton.
This is because only Daisy can do the thing with the MacGuffin, causing Mario and Bowser to endgame each other. Luigi, I don't feel so good. Ah! This results in Mario and
9/11.
Wow, what a terrible movie. Reminds me of that tragedy.
Reminds me of that tragedy.
So Mario and Bowser are now in the real world, and Bowser turns a guy into a monkey.
Monkey!
Daisy and Luigi then fix the MacGuffin and shit, sending Mario and Bowser back into the dino world. Goombafied Toad then makes some dinosaurs dance for a minute. See, I told you it was important. The Marios then turn Bowser into Jim Carrey. Then he becomes a dinosaur. Then he becomes green sludge. And the king becomes a guy.
Love those plumbers.
And Mario and Luigi save the day. But sadly, when they go home, they gotta leave the princess behind, which is very sad for Luigi. But not too sad, though, because the film has a sequel-bait cliffhanger ending.
You're never gonna believe this.
I believe it.
Yeah, I'm watching this kid. Why you try not to laugh? But
So that was the '93 Mario movie. Back before they made the new one woke and all that.
You know, I'm old enough to remember back to simpler, more innocent times when the worst thing you'd hear about the news was hijacked jetliners flying into buildings.
Oh, now, Gilbert, you're gonna get into trouble again.
Okay, look, this is not really a good movie. I fully understand this. I fully get that. I fully acknowledge it even. As a Mario movie, Yeah, self-explanatory. And as a movie on its own, it's a total mess. But god damn it, it's a kind of a really entertaining one. And I do fully believe there is a genuinely good movie in here. I think the world, even though it's far removed from Mario, is a really fun world. The action scenes are really fun and energetic. The acting is weirdly really good in this. And Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo have really good chemistry, when they're allowed to have it, that is. And as a result, I really do appreciate this movie, both ironically and unironically. Yeah, again, the film is a total mess, but there is a lot of cool, fun shit in it. It's kind of like the original Minecraft movie, if that makes sense. The Bomb Monkey was the original chicken jockey. Also, I gotta mention, the music is weirdly really good. The score was done by one Alan Silvestri, who did this small indie movie once. What was it called?
You can't, no, you can't do that. That's very copyrighted.
Well, if you could just go.
I also think now, after 30 years, a lot of the hard feelings have been cooled off, I feel. Since nowadays we have the much more faithful and fine, I guess, Illumination Mario movie. But thankfully, the Mario Galaxy movie is looking to change that by just being a bad adaptation.
We are at a time now where mediocrity is acceptable. And when you critique her, people go to hate. That's the number one thing people love to run to. You're a hater. It's not hate. It's honesty.
But long story short, the original Mario movie is genuinely my guilty pleasure. For both ironic and unironic reasons. I give the movie a Luigi We're the Aliens out of 10.
Luigi, we're the aliens!
Do the Mario, swing your arms from side to side. Come on, it's time to go. Do the Mario, take one step. And then again, let's do the Mario all together now. You got it! It's the Mario! Do the Mario, swing your arms from side to side. Come on, it's time to go. Do the Mario, take one step. And then again, let's do the Mario all together now. You got it! It's the Mario! Do the Mario, swing your arms from side to side. Come on, it's time to go. Do the Mario, take one step. And then again, let's do the Mario all together now. You got it! It's the Mario! Do the Mario, swing your arms from side to side. Come on, it's time to go. Do the Mario, take one step. And then again, let's do the Mario all together now. Come on now, just like that.
I don't know what else to do for this ending, so I'm gonna recite Hotel Mario's intro cutscene from memory. Nice of the princess to invite us over for a picnic, okay, Luigi? I hope she made lots of spaghetti. Luigi, look! She's from Bowser! Dear pesky plumbers, the Koopalings and I have taken over the Mushroom Kingdom. The princess is now a permanent guest at one of my 7 Koopa hotels. I dare you to find her if you can. We gotta find the princess. And you gotta help us. If you need instructions on how to get through the hotels, check out the enclosed instruction book.